Bonjour, dear members of the Maritime Design Bureau, the what's it called? Bureau de Conception Maritime. Yes, that's the name. This is not what we're doing. We're doing not that one. We're doing this. Destroyers. That is the topic at hand. So, as usual, we've got 3 ready-made options for you, and we're going to design the 4th one together. Option number 1, or let's see, darn it. Number A, there. This is, we're designing these in year 1919. They're going to be called the Chasseur-20 for 1920. That's when they're going to come into service. We're almost at that point in the campaign now. I've been clicking through some turns since the Italian wars ended. We don't have all of this technology yet. Not quite at quadruple tubes. Not quite at 24-inch. But I think it's a good idea to design them with these in mind, so that they're so that we can be sure that they're going to fit when we get this researched, and they're going to be refit. Because it would suck to, have to remake the entire destroyer because it was designed with triple tube 20-inch in mind, and then nothing else fits. So we're going to make sure they fit at least quadruple 24-inch. And, maybe quintuple in the future, but it's not a must-have with the quintuple tubes. Quads are fine enough. So, Chasseur 20A is not the cheapest, not the most expensive one. It's got a top speed of 34 knots, oil 1, gear turbines, balanced boilers. The cost here reflects the crew as well, which we're not going to have to pay for in the campaign. This is 23 million. So this is going to be closer to a cost of 50 million per ship. Maintenance of 3.7 million a month. So kind of pricey compared to what we have, but this is not a bad price for a destroyer. At least not going up through the decades. This would be a mid-budget option for the 1920s. Main armament consists of 6 5.2-inch guns, L60s, in 3 double turrets. We don't quite have the double turrets yet in the campaign, but we're going to have them soon, I guess. In vanilla, I think you get the double turrets on the destroyers before the light cruisers, but now, currently, in this version of DIP, you thankfully get them first on the light cruisers, which is nice. Torpedo armament consists of 12 24-inch tubes. Well, they're going to be 22 or maybe 23 when we design them, I guess. In 3 quadruple launcher mounts. They have a range of 10.7 kilometers and a top speed of 32.8 knots. So this is with the standard torpedo propulsion. Fast torpedoes are an option, and on some of these gunboats, that might be what we're going to go with. Because the fast torpedoes are not that short-ranged. I slightly buffed them to make them viable options. These have an 8-kilometer range and a torpedo speed of 44.5 knots, so much faster, not that much shorter range. However, even at 44 knots, launching these at 8 kilometers, if the target is maneuvering, you're probably still gonna miss. So maybe the 2, almost 3 extra kilometers of range will be worth it. That means you can launch from further away and get away safely. So these guns have enough penetration with their semi-AP rounds to go through enemy destroyers. That is like a requirement for all of these designs that I've made. And the high explosive is actually high capacity because they don't really have the pen to go through any warship anyway. But shooting at transports, they're going to do a lot of damage. So we're not going to risk losing a gunfight to a transport with these things, as has been almost the case with some of our existing destroyers. So that is option A. Kind of mid-price range, 1,600 tons. We can build them bigger currently in the campaign. I've unlocked 1,700. So let's see, which hull is this? That's Destroyer 3, which we do have and have had for a while. Option B is the most expensive one. Cost of 123 million, and without crew, that would be... that is like 47 million. So we're looking at 70 something. Maintenance of 6 million a month. This is the fastest one. 35 knots. It's built on the modern destroyer standard hull. It's got few bulkheads though. It has the same torpedo armament, but there's a lot more open space for these tubes. So these could easily be quintuple mounts in the future, and those would fit guaranteed. Same gun armament, 5.2-inch guns. A few more secondary guns with these 2-inch guns on the tower as well. The tower is also pretty nice. Yeah, armor is also kind of similar for all of these. This one has, despite having few bulkheads and not being fully fleshed out here, it has kind of decent resistance. Now, the gun damage received will be higher than what the like resistance suggests. It's actually going to be plus 20%. But the resistance stat itself gives also a plus 25 slope design, so it increases ricochet chance. The extra gun damage comes from reducing the beam and draft. So that's the high dollar option. Although later on, late 20s, early 30s, and further into the campaign, this will still be very affordable. Option C. This is the budget option. We depart from the 5.2-inch guns and go down to 4.2. So these still have enough pen to go through destroyer armor, which is typically 1 inch thick, although not further out than 5,000 meters. With high capacity HE shells, we're still going to be doing quite a bit of damage to transports, and with these being twin turrets, we have a lot more guns than the current C-03s that we have. Without crew, 16 million. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to be looking at like 38 million unit cost and a maintenance of only almost 2.5 million, which is not bad. Same 34 knot top speed, so quicker than the current option. These have triple tubes as built. 22-inch, so slightly smaller. 22-inch and triple tubes. That's what we have right now in the campaign. So these can be built right away. They're going to be in service sooner. We don't have to wait for any tech to come along. And these should fit the quadruple tubes in the future. Although that might necessitate some more technology to make these lighter, because that takes us right over the weight capacity. But it's possible. That means these can be more torpedo focused, almost like a torpedo boat. Imagine 4 quadruple tubes here. That's 16 torpedoes. Quite impressive. At a very low cost, so yes, basically a torpedo boat with some guns for when it gets dragged into an ambush mission or whatever. So that was option C. Now let's do option D. Let's see, we got 2 designs on Destroyer 3, 1 on Modern Destroyer. We don't have anything on Destroyer 4 yet, so the game was gracious and gave me the name Chasseur as a default. It's going to be 20D. Optimal speed is 35 knots. So slightly faster than Destroyer 3. Same speed as the expensive one, the B option. Although that can be pushed to 36 if we got the displacement for it. We're going to be reducing the beam and draft though. Like so. 1900. Well, let's push you to 1800. I think that's a nice cost. I want standard bulkheads. There. I'll go to geared turbines if I have to, but regular turbines are cheaper. This has only bad tower options. Like, none of these are any good. Even Destroyer 3 had better towers than this. Didn't it? I think it did. Yeah, it did. Why does this only have these really lame ones? Anyway, that kind of pushes this into the role of a almost like a torpedo boat. Let's see, this one? That's an ugly ass tower. I hope these lifeboats aren't structural. I can put it here. Oh, they disappear. That's good. That is good. It's just very limited where you can put this. Can we manage with one funnel? We're gonna have to have like some torpedo launchers in between here. Put you there. We're gonna do the regular 5.2 here. 5.2 L60. I'm gonna have to move that tower or move the barbette. Okay. Can't push that turret further forwards. There. That works. Let's see. Let's make sure you fit even if you're big. It's very annoying with this secondary tower. Very annoying with that secondary tower. How about we put you there? Now you won't fit there. What? Because of the barbette? What kind of logic is that? That doesn't make no sense. No, you're right. Ah, you can put them on the barbette. I didn't know that. You could do that in this version of Dip. But I didn't want to put it on the barbette. But that actually opens up some options here. That opens up some options. You still work? Because that means we can put the launchers closer together. Like having them this close together wouldn't work without the barbettes because they collide when turning and they get stuck. But this way it works. So yeah, that's a lot of torpedoes. We could potentially go back and do that to the other ones as well. I did not know that 1.35 had barbettes for torpedo launchers. I thought that was unique to like Lady Silly's sub mod. No, they got it here too. Very neat. Crep 2, we're getting that one soon. Let's go Crep 1 though. Because it's cheaper and it doesn't make that big of a difference with the kind of armor thicknesses we have. Probably won't need like full barbette protection either. There. Very slim. This will be like torpedo boat territory. Yeah, let's go Corvette 1. Enough penetration. And some decent HE performance. Now we're overweight, so we're gonna have to be chasing some weight-saving measures. That works. Auxiliary 1. Could also go shaft 1, aux 2. That is possible. just so we can keep that 35 knot top speed. I would like more range. Just so they can keep up with task forces without running out of fuel. Which is slightly annoying when that happens. We're only 6 tons overweight. Flashfire chance is low. Low-ish. There we go. That saves a lot of weight. How about we go that way instead? Because this just pumps out the water. This kind of prevents flooding with a +5 floatability. Floating chance +4.5. +1.8. That's not that big of a difference, is it? It's actually not that much of a difference, no. Not much of a difference at all, actually. Just slightly to the flashfire chance. So we're keeping that at 1. And maybe increasing the bulkheads instead? Or going back to auxiliary 3, because that also gives us a bit more range. And the turning rate and stuff. I think that's neat. So 60 million, but excluding the crew, we are looking at just over 40 per unit. Maintenance of 2.8. So not the cheapest option, but far from the most expensive option. It's the second cheapest option, actually. And it's got more torpedoes and bigger guns. And it's faster. So that is option D. However, its tower is not as good, is it? 1200 tower spotting. 4.5 base accuracy. The other ones have not that much better. 1900 tower spotting. 2200. And 1900. So yeah, this one has by far the best tower. And it's not even the best tower available to this this destroyer. Like, this could go bigger, but I mainly thought that looked weird, and also it was heavy. So yeah, you can vote below. As per usual, there's going to be a link to a poll on the YouTube post page, where you can vote for whichever you like the most. Or you think it's going to be best, or just like the look, or think it's going to be funny if I build a bunch of the expensive destroyers and can't afford battleships. It's up to you. Goodbye, and take care.